We're live. Well, it says extra connection, but I don't see anything.
Well,
now
takes a minute.
I see me. Good deal. Okay. Yeah. A little behind. Well, I hope not. Fine. Well, welcome back, everybody.
Well, here we all are.
I get confused, man. This is Mark 82, the Super Civil Servants podcast. My name is Greg, and I want a Zack Snyder Justice League meal kit, but I don't want to pay for one, and I don't want to eat it. So what does that say?
It sounds like you're doing a 5-finger discount getting ready to happen.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that's just, I don't know. Which probably means I'll never end up getting one. That's the thing. So lots of stuff to talk about tonight. Some good movies, some good trailers, some awesome shows, a little bit of news, and stuff we're looking forward to. And I got a lot of friends here to talk with me about it. I'll start out with the OG, the co-founder of the show, the dick to my Grayson. Nathan, what's up, buddy?
That's I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you finished that because I didn't know where you were going first.
Wow.
I'm doing pretty good. Guys. Ready to just sit here and shoot the shit on a Friday night.
All right. Chris, what's up, buddy?
I'm doing well. I mean, I'm looking forward to a good, nice Valentine's Day meal. A little bit of a home fondue since we don't go out in this lovely environment. So
I do believe they call that fondue. Okay.
Fondue, yes, but
Yeah.
the real reason Valentine's Day is going to be exciting is 12:14 Eastern Standard Time.
That's what I'm looking most forward to. So
Just
my wife's going to be working. So.
Can't.
Sarah, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Missed you guys last week, but it was a kind of a crazy week. So, but yeah, I'm here and looking forward to talking about some cool things with you guys. Yes, we've been talking about the Justice League as well and all kinds of other little goodies since my other half over here. I've been trying to drag him on here, but he won't do it, fellas. I've been trying my best. He just won't do it because
can we start out? Can you start him off with like note cards or something? Just like have him write his thing on note cards so you can show it, and then we'll work up to just talk.
He's got plenty to say, but he's just like, no, I can't do it. He's like, I love you, but I'm just not. I said, okay, I get it.
Record him and then put it up to the mic.
No, I mean, because what we're about to talk about tonight, when the movies, especially Justice League, I mean, hey, baby, that's his bag. So.
Is that really happening?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen it otherwise.
And there you go. You heard him. Last but not least, Joe, what's up, buddy?
Not much, guys. I was able to hop on here almost kind of last minute. I lucked out and my place of employment canceled overtime tomorrow. So since I got to stay up a little bit, I'm like, yeah, hey, I'll jump on.
Nice.
Good to have you.
Is that your new camera now?
Yes. I'm nice and bright. You see me.
Yes, you are.
Good.
I also got a table, finally. Actually, it's the same day I got the camera. So
nice.
It doesn't shake as much.
All right. Well, we thank everybody for being on. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're actually going to start tonight with a movie. We normally would end with the movie review. We're going to start with the movie because I think it might entice T-Bone to come on after we talk about the movie. But before we get into everything, let's talk about the network and get all that stuff out of the way. We are part of the Geek Ultimate Alliance Network, where you can find shows 7 days a week, 10 shows in total, covering everything DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Ranger, and we have podcasts covering all of them, as well as podcasts covering films, comic books, The World's Finest True Believers, covering story arcs and comic books. We have superhero discussions covering animated shows. We have Slice of Film covering all kinds of different films. And then on the weekends, you can find Weird Science, DC, and Marvel comics covering current comic book stories running right now. We also have a Patreon account. 2 tiers, $5 tier and a $1 tier. The $1 tier is a tip jar, keeps the batarangs sharp, and we appreciate everybody who contributes to us. And then we have a $5 tier, which is you're going to get early, ad-free, and exclusive episodes on that. Really cool stuff we record on there. Check it out, and we appreciate everybody who contributes. And last but not least for Nathan, we are an ad-supported network, so there will be a couple ads in this one. Don't forget about that. Just 30 seconds, something like that. I can't really remember. Just check them out. Help keep the lights on. And thank everybody for being here. Nathan, did I get it? I think I stumbled a little bit somewhere through there, but I think
that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
For information on the shows, check out the show description in the show notes. Whenever you look at it, you'll see all the shows, or check out any of our screen names handles on Twitter, and you can find anything. So
the one-time podcasting involves reading.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
So
yeah, make sure you check out those exclusive Patreon episodes because it might be a fun one coming up very soon.
Oh, there's definitely a few fun ones coming up very soon. Yeah, so definitely check it out. I'm interested in that one. let's get going. We are currently working up towards 3 different things right now: Zack Snyder Justice League, Kong versus Godzilla, and the Mighty Ducks. So we're kind of alternating things as we go. Actually, we're not alternating. We talk Zack Snyder every week, but with the Monsters universe and with Mighty Ducks, we're kind of alternating. So this week we fell upon Skull Island. My first time viewing it after watching Godzilla for the last one, which I enjoyed Godzilla. I like this one a whole lot more. Really enjoyed this movie. I was thoroughly into it, and I was like, oh, what's going to happen next? Just really exciting. I want to hear y'all's thoughts on it. And I know it's been a while for some of y'all, and I think first time for a couple of us or another. So Nathan, start us off, man.
Well, thanks and I'm the one that said that I didn't get a chance to rewatch it, even though I've seen it. So sure, let's throw the ball right to me.
But you've seen it.
Just naturally.
I have seen it. Yes,
just give me your an overall thoughts.
What do you remember?
I really like this movie. I remember the first time I saw it. I enjoyed. Like I remember it wasn't a movie theater thing, but my father-in-law, like, he's big on movies and stuff, and like this is right up his alley and stuff. And I just remember he bought it, and he was like, me and my wife came over to his house, and he was like, "You've got to watch this movie." And like he's just talking to stuff, and then like he just throws it on in the background, and like I caught a piece of it, and I took it home, and I was like, all right. And I remember being thoroughly entertained and really, really liking this movie, but I knew that it was going to be connected to the 2014 Godzilla. That's why I was like shocked it was in the past. But like now that we're like getting into it and all the stuff's done, I think it makes sense. But I don't know, I just really liked it. Even the human elements worked for me in this one. Like the monster fighting, Kong. I don't know. I really enjoyed this movie. And John C. Reilly is freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
and, he is. He's great in everything. He's great in it. So.
Yeah, there he is. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, this was my first time. I've been wanting to. It's just one of those things that time gets away from me in theaters and trying to find it on streaming service and stuff like that. And I'm still waiting for why the original Godzilla is not on HBO Max yet. I know deals and things like that, so shame. But yeah, first time watching this, it's way better than that other Kong movie that was way back when, not the black and white one, but what was it? Was Jack Black was in that one?
That was the Peter Jackson one.
Peter Jackson.
Yes, it was.
But Jack Black wasn't it?
Yeah. No, none of that.
Hey,
I
like T-Rex was kind of cool. All right, that was kind of cool. And when he rips his jaw, that was kind of cool. Come on, man.
Oh, well, this one was cooler at that point.
I
like the. I think what the difference between this one and Godzilla is, and I haven't seen King of the Monsters yet, so I'm really looking forward to that. Is this I think with Godzilla you had a lot more human drama before we got to kind of the monster. And in this one, we start off right within the intro. We see Kong, and knowing what we get with Kong coming in next month, he's even bigger than before. So this is still baby Kong, and he's massive and impressive. I think. I mean, every single person. I totally had forgotten that Hiddleston's in this, Brie Larson's in this, Samuel L. Jackson's in this. I mean, they have a pretty darn good cast.
Half the Marvel Cinematic Universe is just showing up on this island.
And
at least 4 of them.
And yes, they do play.
John C. Reilly was in.
They play up their character stereotypes and their tropes, but I think it works for a movie like this. You're not meant to say these are Oscar-winning performances. This is a fun movie. They do build upon a universe that was hinted on in Godzilla, and I love they really expanded this to the beginnings of Monarch, and that is truly fascinating. And that end credit scene, oh boy, that was something else.
Well, Chris, I will say, because I know, and I'm not trying to spoil anything, but some of the characters that you meet here, you will meet the elder. You'll meet you might see the same version of a character just aged a bit in the next.
That excites me. I like that kind of
ancestors and stuff in King of the Monsters. So
is that's all I want to say. Okay.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I look forward to that kind of stuff. I mean, again, I'm all for one-offs and things like that, but it's always cool seeing a little bit of connection, especially when I'm hard pressed to believe until they did Kong, I don't know if they were really planning a universe like this.
Yeah. I can see that.
Well, they kind of you're right, because they kind of laid the loose ground pieces in 2014, where it was like you could if you wanted to, but if not, you could just ignore it.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. This one was one they were like, nope, we're going full bore. Like, here's your everything.
This
here's
is our
all
true
Yeah.
monster verse, not that attempt at the Mummy and Tom Cruise. This is our true monster verse.
Man, come on,
We'll
that
call
picture
this
was the greatest.
For sure.
Because that's all we got from it was the cool picture.
What do you think, Joe?
It's been a minute before since I've seen it. I actually watched it first time last month when I was quarantined because it was one of those I wanted to see it in theaters. Like Chris, I never got a chance to. I did see Godzilla King of Monsters in theaters. So by Nathan, you saying that there's older people in that one, now I have to go back and watch King of the Monsters to see where that connection is, because
you'll recognize names. Being that you just saw this one, now that I say, I'm pretty sure it's the older version. If not,
you might be right.
It's the direct ancestor. It's the direct ancestor. Cut one of the people. So I'm just saying, pay attention to the names from this movie. They're good. At least 1 or 2 are going to carry over into King of the Monsters.
Cool.
I'll definitely have to look at that. I liked it. Samuel L. Jackson's a dick, which is fun.
He plays the role well, though.
He did. He really did.
Mm-hmm.
I did feel bad.
Reminds me of his role in Basic. If you guys have ever seen that movie, fucking excellent movie. Excellent.
That's the one. Is that the one where he says, "Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell"?
It was
that's every movie he's ever been in.
No, that's a direct quote from a movie, though.
That's from the murder movie he's in.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, with the little girl that gets murdered. I can't remember what it. Time to Kill. I think it's the movie.
No.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah, right.
Yes. Matthew
McConaughey. Love that movie.
Yes, fucking excellent.
Yeah,
we're getting way off topic. But
sorry, Joe, you were saying something.
I just love the movie. I felt bad for some of the guys in the company that just get picked off, but I mean that's just how it is. It's
right.
How it was going to be. You knew it going in. So
yeah, you knew everybody going in wasn't coming out.
Good chunk of them.
It's just not happening. Yeah, it's not happening. So, what do you think, Sarah?
Well, like I told you, it's like my household. We're all like with the monster movies. We love the Godzillas. We love the King Kongs. I'm Team Godzilla. The rest of my crowd, they're I think Kong. But anyway,
hey, I'm with you. Godzilla.
The cool thing that really struck me about this movie, since I watched it last week, was just the whole, with Samuel L. Jackson's character, there was this Moby Dick vibe.
Yep.
Of chasing. He was chasing his white whale, because at the very beginning when he got the phone call, because he was they were about to go home, and he was not happy about it, and so he got that phone call. He was like, okay, yes, and then his very last thing he said was to the general or whomever. Mm-hmm. So that was one thing that kind of stuck in my mind. But then it's like that, and then that one scene. One scene with that damn spider, I'm like, oh, that's drilled into my head.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
God,
I wasn't expecting that.
Was so freaking creepy.
You mentioned that part about him, about Samuel Jackson. And I think what I picked up on from his character was he feels like with Vietnam ending that they lost the war, because he got really offended whenever it was insinuated that they lost, and then whenever he was talking about Kong, he was like, "We're not losing this one."
Yep.
So I think that's what it was. He felt like his career was over, and he ended it with a loss. So
it's a very good backdrop to put the movie under. Up against at that point, because you see the tensions with, some of the people want to continue fighting, like Samuel L. Jackson. The rest of the crew is just like, one fun mission. Why not? Let's do this
they didn't think anything of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of subtleties in this movie that people say, oh, it's just a Kong movie. No, it's a lot more than that.
Yeah. I thought I was like you, Chris. I forgot there were this many people in it. I did not even know Brie Larson was in it.
Yeah.
I remember Tom Hiddleston was in it, and I remember Samuel L. Jackson was in it. Other than that, I didn't really know or think anything else. There was a lot
John
of
Goodman.
acting talent. Yeah, John Goodman.
John Goodman. God.
I thought
he's become the new Samuel L. Jackson. He's like in everything.
Yeah. I thought for a while they were going to tie him in. I thought either John C. Reilly or John Goodman. They were going to either tie John Goodman back in with John C. Reilly, as far as because it was kind of insinuated they were on the same ship, right? Or no, he wasn't on the same ship. He was a pilot. John C. Reilly was a pilot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like I guess that's probably why I wasn't connected. Or
Why?
I thought
Because they both have the first name John.
And
You're
I
like
thought
both
for
the
a second-
Johns. They're
Yeah.
They gotta be related.
I thought for a second that whenever Tom Hiddleston was talking about his father and his plane going down, and then John C. Reilly was a pilot whose plane going down, I was like, oh, they're going to tie this in like that. I was like, that's kind of cheesy. And they didn't. And I was glad they didn't. It gave us that great ending scene, that great credit scene too. Like Chris was
That's
saying.
just a good story. I mean, it had a, you had the beginning with the American pilot and Japanese pilot, how they crashed and then what happened then, and then the lead up to why they went to the island. And it's, I don't know, of all the Kong stories, I like this one. It's better than, Kong being released in New York, snatching up a chick and then climbing the Empire State Building.
But
I mean, to me, because you had the history behind it, you gave you kind of a reason, like you had this island that time forgot. So it wasn't just Kong that was like this humongous.
Is that a different movie?
Yeah, and then a
Exactly.
Tyrannosaurus came out and they fought. And wait a minute,
But seriously,
we're
because
getting our
you look
Kongs
at all the
together.
other, you look at all the other things you come across, like that huge wildebeest looking thing, and then of course that gnarly spider, and even the
Whatever them white
skull
wiggly
walkers,
things were.
The skull, yeah,
the skull walkers.
Those
I mean,
things
it was
were
just
awesome.
they were.
Is that what John C. Reilly named them? Skullwalkers? Is that what?
Yeah.
because it's scary. He was trying to
Sounded
scare him.
cool. Sounded cool.
I love.
Now that,
I never
now
said
that
it
I
out
say I don't
loud.
think it's that scary.
I never said it out loud to anybody.
Well,
One of them,
go ahead, Nathan.
I was just gonna say, like I said, I remember the movie. I didn't get a chance to refresh it, but I do remember, like one of my favorite scenes that sticks out is I can't remember who goes into that water to like drink it, and like Kong comes and pulls that giant squid out and starts eating. They're just like,
Yes.
like they just realized like everything on
that
the
was the
island
guy
is
that
dangerous. Like
Samuel L.
everything.
Jackson character was going
Yeah.
back to find
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
John C. Reilly's like, you don't want to go to that part of the island.
Or
And he was like, the
Chapman's.
hell I do. I'm gonna go get my guy. And then come to find out.
Go to get my guy. Yeah.
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 Go to get
Well,
the bombs.
Well, it kind of goes
Yeah.
back to what Greg and I were kind of feeling, where Godzilla just wasn't as it was good, but I think we're on an island where you don't know what's lurking in the next shadow. You don't know, like that freaking
Yes.
huge
Or
spider
what's
at that
walking
point.
above you.
Yeah, walking
Oh,
above
God.
you.
Because that
You don't
will
know-
bamboo.
Every little
Mhm.
thing could freaking kill you on this
Mhm.
place.
Everything.
And the idea they started hinting at what they're basically said in the Kong versus Godzilla is they owned this earth and they're the
Mhm.
last one standing in this fight of kaiju.
You'll love King of Monsters. Then.
Yes.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
I know.
they expand on Chris. They
Right.
expand on this a lot more.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah. And
I might go
so
watch it like soon.
I don't want to watch it too early. I want to be it fresh in my mind. So
Yeah.
I'm doing all the energy
Watch
in
it
the world.
twice. No,
Why can't we have both? Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think about some Brie Larson in this movie. Thought she played an interesting role. She kind of tried to go Captain Marvel, I guess, when she was trying to push that helicopter off the wildebeest. I was like, what is she doing? You can't lift a helicopter.
I'm pretty
waiting
sure
for her
she
hands to
got,
light up.
Pretty sure she got crushed when Godzilla saved or King Kong
That,
saved her.
that was the most unrealistic part of the movie for me.
Yeah, that was the only thing that really
that
like,
How
was-
about making the
that
boat
was-
out of the plane
that
parts
was-
and he
well-
still had fuel?
So the giant
Could've.
king,
Oh,
the giant
but
apes,
see
all
that?
right, and the giant spiders,
Yep.
these wiggly apes and stuff. Like,
Going into this movie,
Okay.
knowing there's going to be monsters.
Nathan
The fact that
and
a
I are
human
on the same
being
page.
was in his hand.
I
yeah.
know, but Greg, I'm the same way because if we're gonna already live in this world, let's at least make
True.
the physics work. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
yes,
get it.
yes.
Yeah. But
That's the
bringing
one
logic
thing you
into it
worry
makes
about
it
is
difficult,
physics
yeah.
in this movie. That's
Yes.
funny.
Sarah,
Okay.
did he actually use fuel? Did he use gasoline, or was it?
They had
just-
an engine.
Mm-hmm.
He
Sarah's
could have
right.
found
They
some
had an
other kind
engine.
of form.
I mean,
Maybe
it's
he
been there for like
distilled
how
his
many
own.
years?
Sarah. Maybe
That is
he
true.
found crude oil underground. He distilled
Exactly.
his own, pulled it out, and boom. That's
The
how-
older,
okay.
the older Godzilla parent. Why do I keep saying Godzilla? The older Kong parents were dead. Maybe he just used
Fossil.
their
Yeah.
fossil
They
fuels.
fossilized
Mr.
in
and
28
Mrs.
years.
Kong Senior. You know, Mr.
Exactly.
and Mrs. Kong, Kong Senior, Mrs. Kong.
I got a question.
And it's
How-
possible.
Okay,
He came
this
home
thing-
with his top hat on and stuff. No. He came home from his
Saw
factory every
Mrs.
day.
Kong screwing Godzilla. That's why he's mad.
Yeah,
Oh,
He looks pissed.
man.
That's why we're getting the King
Jeez.
Kong versus Godzilla.
get to be
Adulterous bastard.
Yeah. The whole island is surrounded by storm.
Yep.
Right. That's
Mhm.
difficult to get through. How is there sunlight in the island?
Eye of the storm.
Like a hurricane. It just swirls around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Mhm.
I mean,
then
think-
why
think-
couldn't people just go over the storm then? come in?
Science.
Wouldn't that be easier? Science.
Well,
Yeah.
What?
They
They
try to
didn't
make
have-
sense.
What?
It's a movie with a
Wait,
giant
whoa,
ape.
stop.
Hold
That
on,
badass.
There
You
we
wouldn't
go.
have got that
Let's
badass
stop.
speech from Samuel L.
Greg,
Jackson flying through the helicopter.
let's
by the
stop.
aircraft,
So you're insinuating like if you see this, why not just fly over or fly? What do you think our military, like our plane? If we see a storm stuff, we're gonna go around it. We're not gonna be like, let's just fly over it. I mean, sometimes.
Well,
But if you're like in this big nasty shit, if we can avoid that by just going, like, and it's not going to take too much fuel and divert, cross over shit.
Planes
We
weren't
usually
that
go,
powerful yet.
we're going to go around this shit.
They didn't go around it. They went through it. Is what I'm saying.
They weren't
that
If
powerful
there's
yet. They didn't have
sunlight
a
coming
choice.
in, that means there has to be a top. to it that
Okay,
stops
all
so
right,
you
you're
go
right.
over it,
You're
you know what
right.
I mean?
I forgot. Yeah, you're right.
Why did they just take a submarine underneath it then?
Why? There you go.
There
you go.
Great point.
That actually
Great
might have
point.
been smarter.
Why did they
Like I
just
said-
turn all the planes one way like this and just have the
I'm-
propellers go really fast
Right.
and blow the wind away?
Hey, I'm just giving Greg shit. I just thought that was funny.
Yep.
Love it.
Let's see. Yeah, Chris, that John C. Riley scene at the end was awesome. I'm glad they put
Yes.
that in there. It's like, oh, that's so cool.
I think he
Great
almost
completion
had
of that story.
He almost had to just because that was what he was aiming for.
Mhm.
That's everything at that point. I'm so glad that that would have really. You could see the way they could kill him off in that one and just be so bad, but I'm just
Mhm.
glad they kept it because that was one thing. It was just like, yeah, let's let him make it. I mean, the fact that he was still alive there is a testament to something.
Yes.
And then
Well-
him having a hot dog and a beer, but
Yep.
not even that. I'm talking
Yes.
about like the really end credit scene.
Oh,
where they
is there
figure
another
out
end credit scene that I didn't see?
Did you watch
After-
the last
Really?
scene after the credits?
You didn't
No,
see?
Like I told you to.
Oh, well, we got to go
No.
dictate it to him
Oh,
now.
great, man.
So-
Go and talk about
Greg,
it.
I told you to
Dude,
watch after the credits.
No. Greg, pull up on your computer, call Skull Island end credit scene, and share the screen. We'll watch it with you.
There you go.
I can't do that.
Can't do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're getting
Yeah.
dinged lately.
They'll give me the
Oh,
no-nos if I
really?
do that.
Yeah, we're getting dinged lately.
yeah, that sucks.
Oh, look behind the curtain, guys. I ruined everything. Sorry. But yes, it definitely expands the world. It blows shit
Well,
open.
I tell you what. Somebody else bring up something about this you want
Yes.
to talk about, and
Do
I'll
that.
watch it while we do that. So.
Mhm.
There
Okay.
you go.
I know you guys mentioned it earlier, but the John C. Riley, like the enemies becoming friends out of necessity, and then like they become such good friends that like John C. Riley holds him in like such high regard and respect. You know what I mean? From just the time there, like you can just tell by the way he talks about him, and like when he's talking about the stuff they did. I don't know. I really like that little touch where it was just because out of necessity they ended up becoming really good, real friends, even though language barrier and everything. I don't know. I just thought that was just a nice little touch to the story.
I feel like that happens a lot with not POWs, but just similar situations where
Yeah.
they're in a situation like
Mhm.
that where they can't get out of it. They have to rely on each other.
Have you ever seen
Mhm.
The Enemy Mine?
Yes.
With
No.
a young, I think is it Dennis Quaid? A young Dennis Quaid?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's an old movie, but man, it's a good one. It's basically it's futuristic. It's him and an alien that are fighting, get stranded on a planet, and it's them learning to grow together and
Is
survive.
there sexy time?
I can't remember. I know there's a child. I know
Guillermo,
that
Guillermo del Toro didn't direct it, did he? Because otherwise we know there'd be some sexy stuff in there.
I
Well,
can't remember. It's been
think
so
of the
long.
wrong
Just one
thing.
movie and you can't let it go. Every movie now, Guillermo's gonna get that.
Every movie, there's gonna be fish sex. I'm expecting
He's like,
it
I
every
won
time.
an Academy
Interspecies
Award
sex.
for this. I won an
he did.
Academy Award, and you can't
did.
let it go.
I got it playing. Trying to think. Tom Hiddleston, great
Oh,
in this
yes.
movie. Loved his character. Love
Yes.
his character.
Yeah.
He's just a delightful joy. Period.
Yes.
Like I just really enjoy him. The more things I see him in, and like this
Yeah.
interviews, it's like he just always seems so happy and chipper. Just
Mhm.
you know what I mean? I don't
He
know.
seems like a cool guy to hang out with. Like that's a
Yes.
guy I want to hang out with. You know.
I'll tell you what, who would be, and I loved the combo, but it was more of a serious take. The Night Manager, Hugh Laurie, and Tom Hiddleston together. Those are two guys I would just like to sit down and have a drink with. That'd be some fun conversations.
As long as Hugh Laurie's in his house character the whole time, I'll be just fine. As long as he's
Yes.
Gregory House the entire time. Like I don't want him to break character once, and then I'll be cute.
Yeah.
You know what? For instance, let's throw in Gordon Ramsay. That's all three of them.
Oh.
Gordon Ramsay would be fun.
Maybe. Depends.
Maybe. Exactly.
I'm not cooking, so there's nothing to criticize.
That's true. That's true.
No, that's right. I'd love to cook. Let him yell at me. I'd be the first one to fling a pan at that motherfucker. What? Shut up! Just throw it right across there.
Yeah, you'd be the first. You'd be the second guy to tell him you won't no bitch. I can see it right now. You'd be the second guy to tell him that.
I can see Nathan going around saying he's gator. There ain't no bitch.
Ain't no bitch, chef. I ain't no bitch.
Oh man, I'm trying to fast forward through these credits and I'm not seeing anything.
You're
There
fine.
it is.
You're fine, buddy.
You'll get to it.
We're only live.
Okay,
you know
so
what I'm
check
saying?
We
it
got all
out.
the time in the world. It's fine.
After watching this, I don't see how Kong doesn't beat the shit out of Godzilla. Unless Godzilla
You
can,
ain't
like, hit
seen
him,
King of the Monsters yet, bro.
unless Godzilla can like beat him from like hit him
That's
from like
right, I
far
went
away
there.
from blast or whatever. I don't see.
You're not wrong, Nathan.
I know.
Well, he
He's
is
king
taking
for a
he's ta-
reason.
He's taking on 3 different kaiju. I know that much.
Well, I just
King of
I
the
don't know. I don't
Monsters
see
is
it.
Godzilla versus 3. Count them 3, and one of them's an alien. So I'm just saying.
Well, see what happens.
Don't
I mean,
give that away.
He's got the laser breath.
Everybody knows that's just like
You know what's
Godzilla
gonna
lore over the
yeah.
years. If you've been alive and know Godzilla, you know
Well,
this.
yeah, I don't deserve
Spoilers.
nothing. Yeah.
We've seen the meme. Someone's gonna say Mothra, and they're gonna like have a moment, and they're gonna say, "Let's team up against the the thing that they revealed in the trailer." They shouldn't have.
Mhm.
I have no idea what you're talking
Let's
about.
Let's
I
just
know.
say every king needs their queen, and we could literally tell Greg the entire plot of this movie. By the time he goes to watch it next week, he's like a fucking goldfish. He will have forgotten every goddamn thing we said.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Say?
Yeah. Okay, so is it going to end up being Godzilla and Kong come together at the
I
end? And
guarantee
Oh, of course it will.
Yes.
I
yes.
don't see how it could.
Greg,
I mean,
okay, they're doing a good job because they haven't doomsdayed you yet. Because you're thinking it's just going to be a fight between them. No, there's a doomsday coming. They're smart enough not to have the doomsday trailer out there.
Not
I don't
as,
know.
not
I know
as
my
prevalent.
you know what my
It's there.
theory is?
It's been there.
Yeah,
It's
you just
there.
don't
Okay, is
see
it?
it.
Yes,
It
it's
is.
there.
Well, I was
It's
going to
not
say
like
like
up front
my
like Doomsday was.
implication. All right, let's just talk a full spoiler. Like I haven't seen anything. You guys know I'm not online, but my thing is I think it's Mecha Godzilla. They have to team up against. I think it's us and Monarch make Mecha Godzilla, and somebody gets the wrong hands, and basically they have their own Megazord out there, and Godzilla and Kong got to come out and be like, oh hell no, not around here, bitch. We're
All right,
tag teaming. You.
Yeah.
We'll see in a month, and then we won't give anything away.
Yeah, we
Right.
won't go that far. You got to pause it right, but yeah, you're
Mhm.
it's,
Do they?
it's
Okay,
pretty
see, I
obvious.
haven't broke
It's-
it down like that.
it's pretty
Yeah,
obvious.
you
he
can-
paused
you
it.
can-
Something,
see something.
coming up.
mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
fuck, now I want to go back and watch the trailer again and start freeze
And
framing
that's not a bad
stuff.
thing.
No, it's
No,
not.
no, it's not.
Again, it just shows for like a quick second, unlike with BVS where Doomsday comes flying down and.
Or
there
do you
he
think
is.
that might be like a flashback?
No,
No.
not that time. But I hate they don't need
Well,
to, they
damn
don't
it.
need to put that in there. They really
Now
do.
I
need
got
to
to
put
go
it
back
in
and
there.
look.
It's when they come up. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joe. I think it's when you see this up from the subway stairs.
Yeah, something
You
like
see the
it
shot.
comes-
Yeah, you see it kind of. I think it's right around that
think
sequence.
So I because it's been a minute since I've watched the trailer, so I don't remember. I just
I
remember.
watched it a lot when it came out the first time because it's like,
Yeah, but it's also been like a month. So
yeah.
Is it gonna end up being the Galactus from Fantastic? Rise of the Silver Surfer, just the big cloud worm? Is that what they're gonna end up
No,
fighting?
God, no.
Is it Tremors?
You're
Is it
thinking of
like from
Parallax,
Tremors, like the
actually,
big
too.
worms?
You're thinking
Hey,
of
what?
Parallax.
Hey Nathan, the Geekverse
yeah.
Podcast Network is asking you how you would feel about Tom Hiddleston as a young Palpatine.
oh,
Oh man,
Chat. We're live right now. Join us in the chat room.
I had never even thought
nice.
of that.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's
Can he do
spicy.
it? Oh man, I you know what? I'd give it a whirl. I'd F with it. You know what I'm saying? We kick it around one time. I don't know if we'd start dating, but we'd F around at least once and see how I liked it.
I'd love to see him as a chess. I'd like
That's
that.
what I was thinking too. I think he can play a really, really good
I
throw.
thought you were gonna say as a chick.
He's
I was
not
like,
gonna-
all right,
Yeah,
Sarah,
that's
that's
it.
that's
I don't know. I don't know
but
necessarily strong,
just a chess. Yeah,
but I'd
Yeah,
love
just-
to see
you're
him
right,
as a
yeah.
chess.
That is, I like Sarah's idea better. But you know what? I'm not opposed. I'm not offended by him as a young Palpatine. That doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't taste bad or feel dirty immediately. So I'm.
Or he could be a
I'm-
really good Revan.
Oh God, you gotta have the right.
How about this?
I
Let's
don't know
just
about
put
that one.
Tom Hiddleston in Star Wars. He'll
Yeah,
play
okay,
a few
let's
roles
start
really well.
there.
Let's get him there.
Hiddleston
Let's
for
get
Wars.
him in Star Wars because
Yeah.
Well, we had
he's a great
Samuel
idea.
in both, so I mean, why not?
Oh no,
Absolutely.
I think he is. I think Revan. I think he needs to be a little more imposing.
I can see. Thanks, Chris. I
He
didn't want to
just
say it.
doesn't have the bulk yet. I think Revan's got a little more bulk to him.
But
that can be fun.
But if they did it and they really wanted to do it, we know how Disney knows how to rehab and put muscle upon muscle on these guys. All they gotta do is go a year out and go, all right, Tom, we know we had you in shape for Loki, but guess what? Now we're gonna stack you up where you look like Thor. You're about to be Thor level on this
You
shit,
got
buddy.
Kumail
So get ready.
in Eternals.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, great point. Yeah, that guy's jacked. God,
He's
a
keeping it
monster.
too.
He is a monster. That's great though. Going from
Yeah.
like a kind of dumpy guy, which ain't no offense to
Hey.
dumpy guys or whatever, but then just getting just a shredded up fucking nightmare where you run into
He's-
him in a dark
That's like
alley.
Chris
You go,
Pratt too. So
Yeah, well, he said
yes, exactly.
Kumail said it best. He said, I'm telling you right now, this does not happen without a $1 billion studio behind you
Absolutely.
asking
Yeah.
you to do that. He
His
said,
yeah.
job,
Zachary Levi.
His job was to get into that shape.
Mm,
That was
yeah.
literally his job.
Because Chuck got big.
yeah, right.
Chuck got jacked.
Right.
Mhm.
like you said, Chris Pratt too. Whew.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I mean, when you got somebody making your meals for you, waking you up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get your protein.
training
I
you
mean,
for 8
like-
hours.
training you, yeah. If
Well,
you-
like, look,
yeah,
Eight
we-
pounds
that's
of
your job,
chicken a
yeah.
day.
Chris Evans was never like a bigger fat guy or like a small guy, but look what they did to him too. Like, I mean, you remember was it Civil War where he's holding on to the chopper and shit and going like just him, they showed him
Mhm.
training for that. Like, my God, that guy got big. So what we're getting at is Disney's got the money they could take me. If they were to cast me as Revan, they go, all right, Nathan, get your ass in here in a year's time from now, you're gonna be stacked. And I would believe it because that's gonna be my job for 12 to 14 hours a day is just getting shredded.
Mhm.
I always had oh, go ahead, Chris.
No. I was.
I was to change subject, kind of.
Oh, well, I was just going to say,
Continue.
welcome to getting pumped and jacked with
Pumped.
Chris, you
You
got
are-
your insanity shirt on, man. So
There you go. Yeah, no, a friend of mine would always say, if we ever won the lottery, what would you do with it? And he would say that he'd go work out, and that'd be his
Two
job.
chicks at the
That'd just
same
be his
time.
job. So 8 hours a
That's not
day,
bad, yeah.
working out.
Come on, you know the
That'd be a
movie I'm
fun
talking
idea.
about, right?
all right. So, do y'all have anything else you want to bring up about this movie? 'Cause
Did you
Go
see
watch
the
Go
end
watch it.
credit?
I did, and you're right. It does. I had to do it with subtitles, but wow,
Mhm.
yeah, it definitely opens things up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't even know there was a post credit scene. I think Sarah, you did tell me. I know, but
I did tell you,
like,
but I
okay.
think it was
I
like probably about a
think
week or
so.
so
You
ago when I watched
misinterpreted
it.
the
So
post-credits.
Yes,
I think
exactly,
there's
yeah.
one in King of Monsters as well. I can't remember.
Okay.
I can't remember either.
can't remember.
Just scrub through. It's on HBO. Just scrub through it. You'll find it.
Yeah, I'm so mad at myself because this is on HBO too, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I rented it off Prime.
You have to ask
Ooh.
questions first. Text us.
Yes,
And we'll
I
let
know.
you know.
It's the same thing I did with Princess Diaries or
Well,
Princess
same thing I
That's
did
kinda
with,
dumb of the capital
Godzilla.
R.
Huh?
I rented Godzilla to watch
Stop it,
and
Nathan. Stop it.
we found out we have the disc. So
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's right. I pulled a Sarah.
I was just gonna let it lie,
Sounds like-
Chris.
Yeah. So
Well, I'll say this, like, again, if you are having passive interest in Kong versus Godzilla, just watch this movie. You're
Yeah.
gonna have a good time. It's actually better than your standard kind of what you think a monster movie is.
It's good. Even the human elements are really good in this movie. Like, if you hated the human elements from 2014's Godzilla, because I would have, for me, like the Bryan Cranston part of 2014's Godzilla is fantastic.
Yeah.
And then the parts where you actually get to see Godzilla, where they don't really try to jaws it up, are the best parts of that movie. Unfortunately, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, they don't really hold it together too much for me, even though they're all, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but the rest of the movie I do like, and there are good parts to it. But this one, the human elements, the action, all of it worked for me.
They
It's just,
learn.
I think it's a really well put together movie.
all right, so we'll take a tally here. Who's Team Kong? Who's Team Godzilla? I think I
I'm not
already know.
showing you any tally.
I'm not sure yet.
I'm Kong.
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Got to see Kong versus monsters.
I'm sold already, man. You telling me that guy's gonna get bigger? Like Godzilla.
he is gonna get bigger.
Godzilla.
Yes,
That's
he
what I'm
is.
saying. He's
I
gonna
mean,
get bigger.
Kong's
Godzilla's
gonna
like,
get bigger.
whoa, he walks
Huge.
around like
Greg-
this. He
Greg,
like
I will
waddles. He's a
say-
penguin.
I will
don't
say
think
Godzilla's
so, yeah,
bad
it's
job.
fine.
Godzilla gets a glow up too from the last movie. He gets an upgrade. He eats some spinach or whatever because he gets a little upgrade in the next movie when you see him.
Still got his little squishy face though.
Yeah, his little nose, his snout's
Little mad
growing, his
squishy
fangs
face.
are longer, his spikes are bigger. Like, and he's way more powerful. Like when he charges up, he charges up.
I got you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta think Godzilla's got that beam of blast, like right in Kong's like, oh shit, what's he gonna throw trees at him or like bananas? Like, what's he gonna do? Throw his duty at him like a real
According
monkey?
to the trailer, he's got some giant building. So I don't know.
All right. Well, then as of right now, I'm Team Kong, and if I see the movie, I reserve the right to change my opinion. I guess with more
I
knowledge.
reserve the right to change whatever you
Humans
want.
are gonna win.
All right. Well, before
Somehow,
we
Chris,
hop
somehow.
into some Zack Snyder Justice League stuff, let's go ahead and take it real quick.
What did Samuel L. Jackson say? He says, "Man is." What did he say that?
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Yeah, and how many
He
men
said-
got stepped on?
He was
said
one of them.
Hey, it was
I
one
know
of
he
them.
said mother effer. I'll tell you that
He
much.
does, and he also
Mother
says
effer,
"Hold on to your
everything.
butts," which is the line from Jurassic Park. And I was like, "Oh, cool!" So he's just full of a bunch of lines that he carries over.
Right.
into
And he
Nothing
also
about
said, I'm
snakes,
tired
though.
of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking island. Oh, wait, I mean, no. He just went through all of it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a break real quick. We'll come back. We'll talk some Zack Snyder Justice League, and then I'll message Travis, let us know we're done.
Yeah, so you better get a hold of
yeah,
57.
That's right. Well, we'll take a real quick break for audio purposes, and real quick. And
That Wasky Wabbit.
we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Podcast magic. So let's talk some Zack Snyder Justice League like we do every week, but that's because every week something new is coming out. I don't know where to start. And Sarah, I'll start with you. Just give me something Zack Snyder that came out this week. There's some stuff. There's some videos. There's some pictures. There's a meal kit. There's a trailer.
Oh, what's with the
coming up.
meal kit? I saw that because I'm like, oh my god, it's like how
Marketing.
Don't you want
marketing.
one? Don't you want one? You want one. I just don't want to pay
I'm
for
like,
it.
what was that with the Aquaman thing in a freaking tuna can? Like already peeled. But like, what in the hell is that?
It's supposed to
Greg-
represent fish and chips, from what I understand.
know,
Greg sent me the
know.
picture of that, and I literally texted back and I said, I don't get the joke. Like, I didn't know what I was
Me either.
looking at. And he's like, no,
I knew
that's
what the
a
things
Justice
were.
League
I
deal.
mean, I knew what jitters was. I knew belly burger. I knew all that stuff. But I was just like,
Well, the burger, but I'm just, I don't know.
The burger
I'm
did
dummy.
good.
They all, it looks good. It looks like I would enjoy having all of it. I'm not paying $130 for it though. That's just way
that's my
too
thing.
much.
where did y'all
Exactly.
see all that? Okay, maybe I missed that one. I just saw the picture.
I see you clicked on the website, what the link that Chris sent or shared.
Oh, okay. I
That
didn't
one
see
said,
that one.
I thought it was you.
Is the Batman
You
a
said
cookie?
you share most of the shit.
It looks like a brownie to me. A
Yeah.
brownie or
I
a
think-
cake or something.
I thought it was just like a chocolate, but
Some kind of dessert.
chocolate batarang.
Yeah.
The batarang is
Yeah.
dessert. Okay.
I'll
Okay,
tell
and
you what
there's
I
the-
learned today. Or I tell you what I learned this week about
What's
Zack Snyder's Justice League. Granny effing goodness is going to be in it. Okay, like you would think Apocalypse, all that, like we like, yeah, it all goes, but like we're gonna see Granny goodness, like
Dude, he was going to
Right.
take this shit off the rails.
boom.
Like,
no,
really
okay,
was.
like I know I'm stomping it down now, but that little clip that he released today. Think about that. We are inside of Darkseid's throne room on Apocalypse when he's got his right hand man Desaad on him, and it's okay. I mean, he's in full Darkseid armor when
Yeah.
we see that one picture. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's his throne room. You can see the
Ooh, I
flag
can
with
show
the symbol
pictures.
billowing in the back.
Yeah, you can
And
put it on there.
he is right there. He's got Desaad as his right hand, and he's got Granny as his left hand, and I love it. And I'm like, we are we're in the throne room. That is I don't know. That's just so
I
cool.
wonder if
Like
that-
I knew we were gonna get glimpses, but it's so
I
cool.
wonder if they're gonna share like another little another piece to the
oh, there's gonna be
trailer.
something tomorrow.
it's coming
too.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
because it's
will
like
be,
today,
for sure.
like
For the
today
20
they just
seconds.
released a little bit more of the beginning.
And I saw yesterday's too. There was a little
Mhm.
thing, and so I seen. So yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Look
There he
at
is.
that. See that? Look at his. Look at the drapery.
freaking
Like that's
good.
his throne room.
Mhm.
That is just like some shit
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
see in Game of Thrones or something. Like when you would go into the Stark, the Lannisters and shit. Their banners hanging. And look at all the parademons behind him.
You think
I
this
love
is
that.
the end scene? You think of the scene where Steph Wolf's head gets thrown through the portal?
Oh, I would love it.
I think it is. That's my
think
my
it is
running
too.
theory.
sense.
Because again, we know what he looks like in the history lesson.
Yep.
We've seen that, and this is the first time we've seen him in full armor like
Full
this
battle
and full
royale.
getup as and so. Again, I'm excited to see because Zach said that we're going to get a little bit more out of Desaad's a little bit of plans too.
Ooh, good.
yes.
So, but yeah,
Look at Granny back there.
I mean, the cool thing
Mhm.
is I know a lot of people are saying Judi Dench, but I'm going somewhere else.
Where are you going?
I'm going for Tig. I can't remember her name. Sarah knows because she's in she's in
Discovery.
Star Trek Discovery, but she's also in Army
Naruto.
of
Naruto.
There he is. There's
There you are.
There he is.
Wow, look at the Sith Lord over here.
But yeah, no, I that's my running theory is that it's her. I think that always has a history of putting people in his movies that he likes working with over and over again, and it would fit.
Yeah, she's in the new what?
Army
Dawn
of the Dead.
Army of the Dead. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So, yay!
T-Bone, what's up, buddy?
When I'm waiting to get let
Crazy.
into the chat, I always think to myself, like, what would Christian Bale do? Because he's here waiting. He's waiting for the guy to let him in. He's waiting a minute and a half. Like, why would he react? Like, he would definitely scream and yell if he was in waiting for over 5 minutes. We had a time. We had a time.
I like the hoodie, man. You're going for some darkness there.
That's what I said. He looks like he's from the dark side.
Or never mind. He's,
Nice.
what is that?
Hogwarts.
I bought this robe for my girlfriend who loves Harry Potter, and I'm not gonna lie, I wear it a lot.
It looks
Looks like your
comfortable.
Gryffindor.
It almost looked like you're a boxing gear for a minute there too. A little boxing robe.
I discovered
Daredevil.
I
the
discovered
green
a
hood.
hockey. I discovered a hockey documentary like 30 minutes ago,
It's called
and
Mighty Ducks.
no, the Russian Five is what it's called, and I can't believe I didn't know it existed. I'm very ashamed of myself, actually. But we're talking about Dark Side. Look at that awesomeness. Let's get into this.
You joined right at the right time.
The tease to the trailer on
To
Sunday.
the tease.
We will be doing a special 0.5 episode of DC Alliance for that, reviewing it.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yes.
I would love to hop onto that, but I'll be in the middle of D&D, so
Yeah.
Open time. We don't have a time lockdown yet. I'm
Yeah.
in quarantine right now for.
Yeah.
I had to get a test. I'm waiting for my call for my go get a test, but I don't think I have COVID because the person I came in contact with, it was a week ago today. They tested positive yesterday, so I'm assuming it's a week now. I could be wrong, so I could be asymptomatic, but my assumption is she came into contact with the virus after Friday, is my assumption, and we've had a massive outbreak. We got the variant here, and we've had like 150 cases in the last couple of days. No, it's not a big deal to you guys.
Oh my gosh, that is a big deal, though.
But we were chucking around at one and two cases, and I was going to movie theaters. And honestly, I'm going to be completely honest, COVID never really affected here for more than a month, really. And now we're going back to complete lockdown. So everything is, besides grocery stores and gas stations, are shut down, and everything now it's crazy. It's just like
How are vaccines and all that going? Like, what's up with those?
We have 12,000
How's the Canadians
vaccines. We have 12,000 vaccines administered here, Nathan, but we only have 500,000 people living here. And we're on an island, so I don't know exactly how they're doing it. But if I was doing it priority-wise, we wouldn't be the highest on the priority because we can be isolated pretty good.
Well, definitely not you. I mean, you're like my age and stuff. Strapping young lad.
By end of year, no, I'm gonna be honest with you, no different than you guys, and it's impressive. It's impressive because you guys have 350 million people. We're on track to be exact same as you guys by end of year. Hopefully, we have enough doses for everybody, but getting it administered is
distribution. That's been the problem. Distribution, like in all ways of shipping, keeping them the right temperature, and
there you go.
That's distribution has been the fucking problem across
big thing
the
you're
board.
talking about is where it got to be kept at a certain temperature, so it's tough. Like they have to bring the stuff in to contain it on our island on the ships just to be able to contain it.
So any pressure,
when it's 2 degrees outside, it kind of
you can't know. Yeah, that cooler, they like it's got a very, very, very small window that it can drop between a certain under that temperature before it is rendered completely used. Not to get into real world shit here and all your code and stuff.
Well, welcome to vaccine COVID talk.
So,
this is the COVID-19 squirrel.
God damn it!
Well, honestly,
it's all relative.
There was a press conference like 2 hours ago for us to say we're all in lockdown, so it's kind of a little bit fresh on my mind. Apologies there.
But you'll get to watch on Crave, right? You will get to watch on Crave this movie, correct?
Let's be completely honest. There's no way I wasn't watching this day of. I'm just glad that I subscribed to Crave, so technically they'll get a view count for me watching it, and I will continue. I'm going to have this on repeat over and over and over.
Oh yeah. Like I think I've said in the group chat that if they drop it early, if they drop it at 9 Eastern, I'll watch it once, go get my kid, come home and watch it again, and maybe even watch it throughout the night, just because why the hell not? If they don't drop it till noon, I will have to wait until after I go get her because I'm not stopping it. I'm watching it from start to finish, first time through. I cannot pause it. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Next couple viewings, yeah, sure. Not the first viewing.
First, we got to see all the way through.
But
I'm going to be like that for the
point.
first 2 viewings.
Same,
because
like
I've got to watch it through and then watch it to really watch for stuff.
Yeah.
You mean watch it and take notes?
And then I'm gonna add an Excalibur, watch that, and then go back to.
Nice.
But everyone, I'm in school online, so every day I'm home. So honestly, every day it's going to be playing. I mute every freaking day.
It's just going in the background.
I'm going to do that and be like, oh my god, that scene.
So tell me what y'all thought about this right here.
Let's see what you got.
The dark Superman.
Yeah.
It's a really dark Superman.
Well, just this GIF, like I saw this today, and I was like, "Oh
The
my
black
gosh, I
suit.
can't find it anywhere to be able to download it. It's so irritating."
It's
'Cause I
getting
use
out
that.
there. Hey,
Fran,
you gotta
follow Fran.
DM Fran on Twitter.
Okay.
All right, it's starting to make me sick watching it go over and over and over and over and over. And over. Jesus. Son of a bitch. There we go.
I would play the video, but I don't know if I can
And you
do
know
that
what?
now.
Like, so we saw this.
Greg,
We saw
you're not.
this.
Sorry, Chris. 1 second. Greg, we're not trying to get monetary out of this. So fly the trailer anytime you, or fly the level clips anytime you want.
Yeah.
We're not trying to monetize this, so you know.
All right.
You know, that got into the whole thing. Is like, oh my god, I can't watch this because it's an angry, vengeful Superman. I said,
So
okay,
fucking dumb.
couple of things. Again, we've said this over and over again. It's another interpretation. I can point you to 20 interpretations in the comic book where Superman goes rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Travis knows. Where is Travis?
I'm right here.
Oh, there you are. I was gonna say, I was waiting for him to chime in. It's like, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, now he's
leaving.
fine. I'm just gonna say
Fine, fuck it.
fine. Injustice. You have injustice. You have all these different things, and you also have where he's happy-go-lucky. That's fine, but you know,
There it is. He went to go grab it.
Beautiful.
yeah. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Not every.
But he's not
Superman is
supposed to be
Christopher
angry.
Reeve. I mean, you have, like you said, different interpretations. I mean,
But-
it's
Well, and
He's taking down a massive bad
Mhm.
guy at that point, saying, "Oh, you mind if I laser you just for a little bit? Just gonna you
Yeah.
good with that?
Mhm.
I'm just gonna."
Who's crying about what? I missed it. Sorry.
everybody's
Sorry,
crying about
who's crying?
Superman.
Why?
Superman-
Because he looks mad?
Yep.
Yeah, because he
Yes.
looks mad. God forbid he looked mad when he fought Doomsday. Was that a bad thing?
The very end
Motherfucker.
of the Justice League
This dude
cartoon, when
died.
he's fighting a dark side, he's like, I have to hold back on
Mhm.
everybody else. With you, I
Mhm.
don't. Fuck
Mhm.
you. Bam.
One of the great no, that's one of the
Yes.
greatest like 2-minute Superman fucking
That's-
clips
but
in
that's what
all
I'm
of
saying.
Superman's history.
He
Of
gets
that,
angry
that
there,
scene ended Justice League.
and he lets
Yeah.
go. Like,
Joe,
and
Joe,
people love that.
Mhm.
Joe,
And
look,
remember
3
what he
seasons
said.
before that. 3 seasons before that, when he fought Darkseid
Yeah.
and wanted to kill him. Batman
That's,
had
yeah.
But even remember what he says in BVS.
Yeah.
Doomsday
If I
in the
wanted
volcano.
I'd stand down. If you wanted to be dead, we all know. I
Mhm.
love Batman. Batman's my favorite DC character.
Mhm.
He's right. He
Mhm.
cannot stand if you go Superman all out at that point, not holding back. Batman really does not stand a chance.
I think
Look-
it's more
look-
drop
prepared
Hush on
Batman
him.
doesn't stand a
Drop
chance.
Hush on him, Chris. Drop Hush on him right now. The quote from Hush. Dropping what Batman says about Superman.
Oh, there's a lot of that. Well,
He's a good. He's a good.
He's a
person.
good
Oh,
person.
yeah,
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 he's
yeah.
a good man.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
a good person. Like you
Well,
take
look at-
away all that, he
Look
owns
at the
everything.
Injustice comic. The Injustice comic is taking Superman to where he literally threw every single F he ever had out the window. He like destroys the Lantern Corps. He fucking like he just goes all out and there's no stopping him because he does not give an F.
Why? Why'd he do it?
Well, I'm just saying because the
No,
key.
but why?
Because Lois was killed.
The Lois because Lois was the key. But
Well,
I'm just
Lois
saying,
and his kid.
yeah.
whatever.
Well, yeah, yeah.
But
Emma-
at
I'm
the
just
same
saying,
time, though,
like-
it was him that did it. He's the one that killed her,
oh yeah, exactly.
and that's what drove him. So yeah, I mean, Joker manipulated him, but
still, it's but it's just the point. Like everybody's saying, Superman, if he wants, he can kill. And I would imagine if I just got resurrected and woke up, that like these guys killed it, and I found out it was all part of like this. Somehow it's all going to be connected. Come on, this is Zack Snyder. This isn't just going to be Randy. It's all going to. And you wake up and you find out this is all connected, and this son of a bitch here is terrorizing your friends and threatening the woman that you love. Oh, I'm going to have a real pissed off look on my face too.
2 words.
Go for it.
We finally, remember when this movie was first talked about, Zack Snyder, and when you first saw some of the images, what do you see? The black suit. So now it's like we're finally.
and you got the man who brought the black suit in it. Dan Jurgens approved it.
Yep, that was awesome.
Yeah,
there's a couple. There's one thing I want to say. There's a big trending. Well, not big trending. There's a couple snarky creators that are doing. This is my New Gods and showing like a comic panel from New Gods, which is so childish. But I won't get into that. You know what's a fantastic thing? I am absolutely loving WandaVision right now. I can't wait for Zach. I can't wait for Dax. No, but I can't wait for Zach.
I was about to say, where's the transition?
I
was like random, but okay.
I can't wait for the trailer on Sunday. I can't wait for the movie on the 18th, and I can't wait for Falcon and Winter Soldier the next day. You know what? It's great to love them all, but guess what? If I didn't want to watch Falcon and Winter Soldier, if I didn't think it was good, and I got stills of it came out, you know what I would do? Just go on to something else that I like. I wouldn't quote tweet the stills and be like, "This is garbage. I hate it," when I had no intention of watching it or didn't like it anyway. You know what?
That's the thing. They all have intention
because you're normal,
but they all have intention of watching it just so they can be like, "Well, this is bad. I wouldn't do it this way."
Yeah, you gotta.
They're gonna hate watch it.
Exactly. At the end of the day, though, HBO doesn't care. They're still watching it.
They're gonna hate watch it, and all they're gonna do is they're gonna hate watch it enough to where those parts can stick in their head. That way, when Ava DuVernay's comes out and they're like her New Guys, which might even be for that, like what I'm saying, it's just gonna be all used to compare. Like Travis said, they're showing little panels and stuff like this is mine, and they're only gonna watch Zach's to shit on it and just rip it apart why it's so bad. And then praise the next thing that comes out as long as he's not attached to it. Period. It doesn't matter who makes it. As long as he's not attached to it, they're going to praise it. You know what I mean?
They were like, his biceps are too big, his arms are too... I was like, this is an alien anatomy here, first of all. What we doing here?
Too big. He's a freaking hourglass. Like his chest is massive to begin with.
Yeah,
it's just the same thing. But I've, you know what did give me a really good chance. I've been going on a fantastic blocking spree of anybody that's like annoying to me.
You're blocked. You're blocked. You're blocked.
He's like Oprah giving out blocks. Yep. You get a block. You get a block. You get a block.
Yep. That's what it was like. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's check this one out. I got 2 of these.
I love you, Travis. I love you, buddy. I love you.
Oh.
First one. Yep.
Yeah, this is the first one. I'll show the second one.
I can't wait, man. Look at that. Look at that beautiful fucking just
the Omega.
Bam.
So good.
All right, down, boys.
Next.
I
can't. Awesome.
I can't keep it down.
I sent. I was wanting to send this to people that weren't on Twitter because I couldn't get the. But I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out. But I was telling my friends like, yeah, I wish I would have brought change of pants to work. I wasn't expecting this to come out.
I just started wearing a condom every day.
I can't do a live reaction. I can't do a live reaction to the trailer with you. If that's the reaction to that little teaser clip, I can't do a live reaction. You're gonna have to go in your room and
can't see below mine.
I'll do it with Chris. I'll do it with Chris. Sure. And I won't be able to unsee that face when it happens. So I'll look over.
Put up Mr. J. Put up Mr. J.
Yes.
Mr. J.
Actually, if you can find the Batman and Joker together, you know what, the side by sides, that would be nice too.
Yes, all these things, cool. Please, all the things.
All of it. Okay, well here's this video right here. Let's
everything.
So many buttons to push. All right.
Of
course.
Or maybe.
Loading.
Maybe.
That's pretty cool. I kind of like the little imagery there. It actually looks cool.
It was just playing.
There you go. Hit that button.
Man, look at it.
I guess. Well, anyway, this is another cool video. This is the one I saw today too, and this has got the one with a couple of scenes. Yeah.
I didn't know about this one today until my other half. He's like, "Look at this."
I like this. I know. I like that. It even kind of shows like just Darkseid's forces even moving around in the Nightmare City. You know what I mean?
Granny goodness, man.
Dude, I'm telling you. Who knew, right? I should have expected.
That was a nice
knew?
surprise. That was a very nice surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't get this one.
And you know another thing, hearing him about all the battles he had to like fight. Who knows who he might not like. He might want it to have had like an all-out war for his final act, like for the future.
He did.
No, but yeah, like you know what I mean. A lot more heroes that we didn't even know about that they just
guaranteed
squashed.
I could honestly, if now this is maybe just my own part, but I could honestly have seen a situation or a part where he still had the original 2-part, you know what I'm saying, Travis? Because from what we knew originally, like at the end of this first one, they were supposed to be in tatters and decimated. Like I could literally see the second part coming back together. Well, yeah, like literally the Lantern Corps coming in and like you have an all-out war waged over, like you said, talking every bit of the forces of Apocalypse, and Earth has to call in the big guns, you know, like Martian Manhunter. If in this universe, if the other Martians are still alive, like in Young Justice, you know what I mean? Do you call in the Martians?
No, you won't. You won't have the man. You won't. You lose the luster if there's more Martians. Like he's the last Martian. That's kind of.
I get it, but did you feel that way in Young Justice?
See how that worked out.
Yeah. Did you feel that way in Young Justice? There was other Martians, and there's a whole thriving planet.
Young Justice is for diehard DC fans, like 100%. Whereas this movie was made and crafted for everybody with diehard
outside of Bug.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I got it working now. Finally, I think. Let's check.
All right, let's go.
In 2 days.
2 days. This is the one that came out today, right?
The score is amazing too. The little taste we've gotten. And this right here, him running.
Look at that like flash and that the explosion or whatever that is. Oh man, are those little mother boxes in the background every time that thing goes through?
You put up the flash
when it shows the thing.
You put up the flash. If anybody watches the TV show, you just go back a little time more, Greg. When he runs into that portal, if you watch the Flash show, I mean, you got to have an idea of what's happening there, what's going on.
Yeah. Oh man, this is gonna be so awesome. And then. So are we going to get another little snippet like this tomorrow, you think?
We are.
Probably.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a guarantee.
Play it again one more time.
Okay.
Just because.
Just because.
Oh my gosh, dude. I can't wait.
Greg, you need to go to the bathroom again.
I'll be right back, guys.
Down, boys.
Can't wait.
Everyone cover your eyes. Batman's using a gun.
Hey, I'm sorry. Let's go back to the Return of Superman. He don't have his powers yet. He's got some pretty awesome guns that he's shooting at that point. So just saying, cool. He's not the only one.
Mullet too. Sweet mullet.
The Elseworld story, Earth's End. He was using a lot of guns in that one.
It's just like under normal circumstances, no, Batman wouldn't use a gun to gun down some random villains. But like in a nightmare scenario, or when he's broken and gone past, like those are two where you actually explain why he's using it. Like I would understand in nightmare scenario, because if you get caught by these forces, you're dead. Like
take out or turn your symbol and then take it out, and you got two weapons right there. You know?
Yeah,
awesome.
I can't wait, guys. Oh my god,
it's gonna be great.
I know. Sunday's gonna be fun because I know we're gonna do. I know we're gonna record a live reaction together, and then we'll go live with the review of the trailer and add the live reaction of the review and the audio. I believe so.
Yes.
So
I informed my professor for business communications today. I have a 2-hour class from 1:30 to 3:30 on the 18th. I was like, I will not be in attendance, just FYI. Yeah. And he asked, why? Do you have an appointment? And I said, yes.
Yes, you do.
That's it.
5-year appointment, as I said.
I've taken off work, but I haven't told my wife that I've taken off work yet or the reason why. But
I've got that Thursday and Friday off.
She'll understand.
So.
She'll understand.
Hey, all you guys, I got to go to work. I'm just going to have to I'm literally going to get up and go in at midnight my time, so I have enough time to get home and watch it all the way through once, and then I'll just sleep. Like it's going to be
what time will you get home your time?
I can.
What time will you get home your time?
Well, on a normal day, I start okay, it's a little behind the scenes, but like I'll start at like 1:30 and I get home at like 1:00. But if I get there, man, I'll make it work, guys. I'm gonna watch it probably like 11:30 noon my time, as long as everything goes right. But that's a lot of ifs and ands and making it work.
If any of the boys were your friends, they'd drive up to your area.
Sure, they would.
And a week before you start delivering, break your leg on delivery, and then you'd be on workers' comp. Say
really?
you got
I'll do that.
Say you got mugged,
Sure.
and then you had weeks of sat back, kicking back, and scams.
If we could afford the the time off, like that'd be a great idea.
If only you didn't come up with that plan live on the air.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
For entertainment purposes only.
Government watches everything.
Fair.
So what else, y'all? We got the trailer coming out Sunday. Is there anything else you want to talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League? We're getting new stuff every week. I mean, so there's always
it's going to be fun on Sunday.
What's the day count, Travis? I don't want to mess it up.
Really wish I could join.
Oh, I not off the top of my head, just 18th of March is on my calendar.
I think it's like
Thursday.
33 or 34 or something like that, but I can't remember.
Do you think we hear the Joker in the trailer? Maybe not see him, but do you think we hear him?
I think we get that scene. We get at least 3 to 5 seconds. Like we'll get a Batman looking, and it'll pan out to Joker sitting there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe a one word or something in the trailer, or like Batsy, or just anything. Just like the recognition of them, or just something like before we even. I don't know. I just want to think that just to hear the voice.
You know what it could be, Nathan? He could be standing up looking, and we could hear the laugh, and then it pans out, and we see him.
Perfect.
There.
Perfect.
As of today, today is over, so today was 34 days. Tomorrow will be 33.
Okay, I knew it was right in that area. So
Zack Snyder
probably dying 32.
Zack Snyder did commercials with the GOAT, so he definitely knows how to market anything. So there's, I believe whatever the trailer he's putting the trailer together himself, I'm pretty confident of. So it's nice to see.
I'm gonna set the over under at 11 for how many times you watch the trailer on Sunday. Y'all taking the over the under?
Do watching other people's reactions count?
11. I'll watch 11.
I don't need.
Then I'll refract and I'll watch it at least 10 more times.
If there's a few reactions, I will watch.
If watching other people's reactions, it'll be over 100 times for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Chris, I sample now if they're being negative, I do get rid of it after a second or two. But I do check a few others just to see how more general audience people are feeling.
There's a few general audience. I'm going to go to our friends and that we trust at that point, and there's a few general audience I go to. But yeah,
cool deal.
I'm going to jump right into my echo chamber of people who are going to love it, just so that way I can just bask in the love and the glory.
That's the American way.
I'm not even going to make any fucking bones about it. I'm going
way.
right into the echo chamber where everybody just does the same. They love the same shit that I do.
Yep.
Because I'm going to feel good about this movie and F everybody else.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap up some Zack Snyder then, and let's hop into the Marvel world. But before we do that, let's take a break. And then, Chris, I don't know how long you're going to stick around. Do you want to?
I'm out.
Okay, cool. Well, Chris is going to hop off here before we start talking some Marvel.
See you Sunday, sir.
Yep.
Where can they find you at, buddy?
You can find me on Twitter at Chris Balga. You got Marvel Alliance and Marvel 8 Podcast, and then World's Finest True Believers at Finest Believers. And this coming week, be checking your Twitter feeds this weekend, because later this week, I'm doing two episodes, but I will be recording World's Finest 50th episode.
Ooh.
And we've got something very different planned for it.
Where was my invitation?
We'll be trying to get something in for the fans. So watch your Twitter feeds from World's Finest, because that will be recording this week.
Check it out. Awesome show. Chris, thank you so much.
It'll be dropping about a month, but we're recording it this week.
Right. Cool deal.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, thank you so much, man. Yeah.
See y'all on Sunday.
I'm sure I'll probably talk to you later.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
All right. For the rest of us, we're going to go ahead and take the last ad break, come back, hop in the Marvel Universe. And you know what? Travis, I didn't even think about it. This is not monetized, so I can play this trailer. So we're going to play the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer, and we're going to talk about it while we.
You could have played the volume on that trailer too, just FYI, because we're not trying to monetize this.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do then, man. Because I didn't even think about that. I'm used to being on the other
Or
show.
even if it gets pulled down, whoop-de-doo, you'll be in the podcast form. This is no, honestly, this is more for live people and in the podcast people. Like, I don't foresee there being a giant group of people like watching this afterwards, like video wise.
No,
We're talking about everybody hates us. They want to take this.
You're probably right.
I assume the same thing with DC Alliance. I assume it's only people live and people that listen to the podcast. That's just my assumption. I could be wrong on that, but
Good point.
Ignorance is bliss.
Well, let's get it started, man. Let's talk about this trailer. Official trailer came out a few days ago. I loved it.
I don't think
I thought it looked awesome. I was like, this looks way better than I was expecting it to be.
This is the one that was premiered at Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, yeah.
What we talking about
I
here?
saw this one.
The Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh, I thought we were talking about WandaVision.
Oh no, we'll go.
No, we're not there yet.
Yeah, not there yet. Let me share it real quick. You said you don't think you saw this one?
Maybe I've seen one trailer, but if it's a second, I don't think I've
This
seen
one's
it.
like 2 minutes long.
Yeah, this one came out. Here we go.
Yes, yeah.
I'll share the screen and I'll play this sound.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, it looks really, really good.
Me too. This is my most anticipated.
All right, here we go.
I love their dynamic.
I don't know if the sound's working, is it?
Yeah, turn up.
Yeah, barely. Turn it up.
Oh man. Talk a little bit through it, so for the people listening in the audio.
Yeah, I think I've seen this part. I know I've seen this, but this is the scene from the other part. Yeah.
The dynamic between these two is going to be awesome. I loved it. And they set that up. They set it up well in Winter Soldier.
We'll talk about this afterwards, but Zemo, I have some thoughts about that.
Yeah. Oh man. So that was Zemo's mask we just saw a minute ago. Okay. Got to be two different scenes. One of them throwing the shield, one of them catching it.
Yeah, for sure. He ain't got no plan.
They're bringing her into this. It's going to be awesome.
I fucking love her.
I'm interested to see this. All they do is show the Captain America running in the suit, and it's the guy they have for hire for Captain
US
America.
agent.
US agent.
But
actually, on the back, his little straps had an A on it. So yeah,
for agent.
Exactly.
For major agent. That's what they're gonna call him.
I love.
I think I did see that one. I like the wings in the arm. I do.
Yeah, the wings in the arm at the end are off, and I liked him flying underneath the tractor trailer. That's pretty good. Yeah, exciting, man. What's the date? Did Maya just said that on the
March 19th?
March 19th. Oh gosh. Oh, that's
the
right.
Day after the Snyder cut.
Because Chris was doing the thing because he's what is it? It's his birthday, and then the next day is that's a nice combo right there. So yeah, I'm excited for it, man. It's like I said, it wasn't a show. Well, I don't want to say it didn't interest me because I enjoy the two characters and I could see them having something, a fun dynamic between the two. I like the way they treat each other or their chemistry between each other. I don't know. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm not really excited for anything until until it's right there. Well, except for Zack Snyder Justice League, because I've been excited for that for a long time. Because I'm not trying to ruin things for me. I think with Star Wars, I did that with the last Star Wars movie. I ruined it for myself by getting too hyped up about it. So this has gotten me excited for it, though, and it's coming soon. We'll be covering it, just like WandaVision, I'm sure.
Well, it seems like, how long did we hear about all these shows? All these shows were, out there. So now it's like they're finally coming to fruition.
Yeah.
So they're finally coming. Because, then we had WandaVision, named that Falcon Winter Soldier. Loki, I guess that's the next one around because that's the one I'm really excited about.
Yeah, that's in.
It's after Falcon Winter Soldier, right?
Yeah, May.
So I mean, we're finally getting to see them. That's what's so exciting about it, is because it feels like it was forever ago that they were announced.
Well, we should start getting, if it's May next month, we should start seeing something on the Loki show, right? set scenes.
Well, we've seen the one trailer. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel doesn't like to step on each other's toes. They're gonna let WandaVision get out there. They're gonna let Falcon and Winter Soldier pick up steam before they go ahead and divert.
Probably
before they diverge into
either
the
the first week or into the second week.
I would say probably second week, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that'd be roughly about a month out.
Yeah, that'd be beginning of April. Yeah, it'd be fun. I'm excited for it. But we don't have a lot to say other than just the trailer. Talk about it.
Well, I could also see. Oh, wait, the one thing about the trailer, I was Zemo. I think personally, he went away in a snap. I think he comes back, and I think he realizes like when he left, they were kind of in shambles. They were two separate teams. Everything was crap. So I think when he comes back and sees the Iron Man statue and the Cap revered and gone, I think he's going to be furious.
Because they're back together.
Yeah, like his his also thing was like, to take superheroes down a peg in general, and they saved like the universe. Like Iron Man saved the universe.
That's a good point. But see, I mean, I get it. It's a villain, it's a story, and that's a great idea, and it might be that way. I guess I don't have a villain mindset. How could you be so mad at those people who brought you back? Like you wouldn't even be in existence if it wasn't for those people. So
because they dropped Sokovia on his wife and child, and he's never going to let that go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they don't really think the most rationally.
Yeah, wait, Nathan, let's go to work tomorrow and then let a superhero team drop a city on your house. I'm pretty confident if I know
I'll
you.
never let that go.
You would never let that go. You'd be the
Okay.
face paint, the guns, the Rambo style, and try to figure out a way to pull Deadpool kills the Marvel universe on them. So I agree with Nathan. He's never going to let it go.
I'm going Frank Castle Punisher straight up. I'm snapping, losing my mind, and I'm going in with a death wish, but I'm going to be better than you. So I can.
Right?
Yes.
Be ready. All right. Y'all got anything else you want to say about this one? We're just gonna.
I'm ready for it.
No, it's gonna be great.
I'm ready.
Looks good.
All right.
Let's get into
my most
my
most anticipated out of the 3 streaming shows, and so I'm glad we're getting it up next. Well, whenever they announced it with Loki, WandaVision, and that was my most
block. Yeah,
my most anticipated.
I think WandaVision was my least anticipated out of the 3, and I'm really impressed with it so far. Yeah. So, well, Joe, start us out talking about this one, man. Just overall thoughts on WandaVision so we can start breaking it down.
So I actually wrote this in a tweet to Brent. Every single theory I've been throwing out there, and if you guys have read it on the group chat, I'm literally throwing everything out there and just seeing what sticks to the wall. But every single theory I've had has been wrong, and I'm fine with that. This episode has been just threw everything literally for a loop. My girlfriend, we watch it. We try to watch it together when we can. I tend to watch it at work before everybody because, social media is shitlords and they will spoil everything. This one, we were just like, okay, so is Agnes in on everything or not? Like, what the hell's going on with that? What the hell's going on with Hayward? What's going on? Is Wanda controlling it? Okay, so Wanda is controlling everything. What's going? Like, it's nothing ever gets answered, and more questions come about, and it's both infuriating and I love it. Yeah.
Because you're gonna have that. It's all gonna come together at one point.
Oh yeah, like episode 8.
You're like,
episode 8 is gonna drop so much knowledge. That
next week's the penultimate episode. Is it only 8 episodes? Is
There's
this
9.
8 episodes? It's 9.
Episodes.
Okay.
So next week will be. I'm assuming next week will be the 2000s comedy stuff, and then we'll get the last 2 episodes being answered. Questions will be answered.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I gotta say, this smart move they've done since what episode was the sword episode? Episode 4 or episode 3?
3.
No,
4.
4. The smart thing they've done since that is alternate between sword and.
I like that too. Like, I was really worried that they were going to just go back to just the sitcom format, and then we won't go get much for the real world. I like that they're doing the mixture of both. It flows better.
Sarah, give me some thoughts.
I don't know. Are we going full spoilers?
Full spoilers.
Why not? It's been.
I feel like we may have some hot takes coming from that.
No. I've been pleasantly surprised. I mean, this entire series, it's kind of unfolding like I kind of thought it would. It's just interesting to see now that Vision's starting to understand. Starting to he's trying to put two and two together, but he still doesn't have all his memories. Just like when Agnes says, it's like, you're dead. He's like, what are you talking about? Or she's like, you're an Avenger. And he's like, what's an Avenger?
Yep.
She's just like, but the thing that got me is, when he finally walked out, because, you heard, I don't know, one of the boys say to Wanda, yeah, Mom, we know, don't go past, was it Ellis Street or whatever?
Street.
Yep.
And Vision was going outside of town, and you're seeing all these people just standing there, or either they're having one monotone motion. And it was just weird. And then when he finally goes out and he goes past the barrier, and the way that barrier is pulling him back in, it was kind of, Brian and I were sitting there talking about that, and he was like, well, it's almost like, Vision is almost helping her, or that the whole hex thing it's on him. It's like, it's almost like he's powering it. It's something possibly, maybe with him, because, they're with the vibranium and all this. I don't know. Like I said, just throwing things out there with stick, but I just thought it was really odd how he was, he walked out, but yet it was pulling him back in.
I took it as because he was leaving and he was built inside of the hex, the hex was pulling him back. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's like he's a part of it.
He could not survive outside. He's not powering it.
Ripping everything apart except for the Mind Stone.
Travis looks like he wants to yell something.
Go crazy.
So bad. How have we not discussed yet that mutants are now a thing?
No, not yet. We're getting
no. They revealed this episode how mutants are brought about.
Are going to be.
Yes, they did.
The cellular structure.
I was about to say, I was like, yeah, they did. I was like, and I was right.
But
yay.
I'm not sure though. I heard
there's no way.
Nathan, that
I agree with you, but
you changed your DNA.
No. They're going to have to they still have to weave it in, because you lose a lot of the history if Magneto's created right now. Now, I think for the vast majority, I think we'll have just a handful. And you're right that this could have, just like the staff, quote, unlocked. Like I said, I'm sure the retconning from, the Strucker, he technically unlocked their mutant gene or turned it on, whatever. Like, I'm sure that's what they're going for. And I do believe the mutants are coming, but I don't think this is like the first. I think it'll be there. I don't know. There's more setup to it, but I agree that I think this is how we're going to get more. I don't know. We'll just have to go forward. I don't know. I'll let you. But
you can't say more mutants, but they don't have any mutants right now.
Well, you know what I mean.
Well,
you know what I mean. They're and if we're talking like that, because they said that everything that goes beyond this barrier turns into a mutant. So let's just say she covers New Jersey. So that means New Jersey's going to be all mutants.
No, it's not that. It's not that anything goes beyond the barrier. It's whatever goes in the barrier that she doesn't want through. If so she pushed back.
Changed everything.
Monica out, and
that goes in there.
Her.
No, it changed everything.
Yes, but she is changing it because that's what she wants to change it to. She's changing it to match that.
Which means that everything that she just expanded changed too. She changed that. So their molecular structures changed. That's what I mean. So if it pops and goes out, that means New Jersey. I don't know. What?
Nathan, what I think happens is everyone has not everyone. Some people have a latent mutant gene, right? So
some have
I think
a human gene.
I think that the CBM energy that they talked about in the first couple episodes, I think that which Wanda generates is the key to unlocking that gene. And I feel like at the end of this season, some of the people in the time will have powers, not all, because some of them will have that gene. And I feel that when the problem is solved, the energy field will explode, and that energy will radiate throughout the world. And anyone who has a latent mutant gene will have it awaken. So I feel like that is how they will do this. There's no other way you can't. I'd like for him to haul to another Earth where you have. I know your point, because it is 100% valid, of Magneto's backstory. Like, it means a lot more if he has powers. Now he could still go through that same backstory and just not have powers till a later date, and still have that idea, like, you know what I mean? Could still have that, because in stuff like the X-Men animated series, he didn't get his powers till later, because he goes through that terrible stuff first, and then he works with Charles Xavier, and then he and Charles starts getting their power. Well, Charles had them earlier, and he finds out they both have them, you know what I mean? So they could do something like that as well. But I feel like this is the only way you can introduce mutants without hauling them off from one Earth and merging Earths, like a la
I don't think
Crisis on Earth X. I don't know
Can I
how
throw an
else to
idea
do
out
it.
there?
Yeah.
So one thing we saw in this episode that we haven't seen in any other episode, and they've pointed out has not been any other episode, is what in the town? Children.
Kids.
Children.
Yeah, that's because Vision asked for it last episode because he was poking holes in her.
Just hear me out here. This was set in the 90s, right? Yeah. Well, no, I'm sorry. Her world is set in the 90s, right?
No,
every
show moves up.
The
but at this
episode
point,
was the 90s.
At this point, the first time you see kids is set in the 90s. It's her reality. She can do whatever she wants to do.
The opening credits were all 90s. This was
that's
set in
about
the 90s.
25, 30 years away from where we are right now. Well, 21 years away from where right now. Okay. So what if those kids are the kids who become mutants, and that's how you have them grow up to be the mutants they are in the present day?
Are you talking about? Are you talking about
the town doesn't age up every time?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Are you talking about like?
But you don't know that.
No, are you talking about?
Yes, we do know that.
We do that.
We watch
from 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and they haven't got from any. There's only two people that have aged, and that is the two children. And I read a theory today that's very interesting that those two kids are the spawn of Mephisto, the devil, because the brother calls him demon spawn. There, it's a funny throwaway line, but they think that's why Wanda's powers can't work on them at all. She tries it when they're babies, tries to make them stop with the powers, tries to make them stop when they're younger, and they turns big and she can't change them back.
That's interesting.
So there's also a fun kick-ass line. Did you guys catch that one?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't.
I had to laugh at that one.
Yeah.
So.
Can we talk about Pietro?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How about in the very beginning, because you saw like the scene where he died, and then you see him, and then was it Darcy made the comment and he'd been recasted? So I was just like, that was interesting how they took that and
I've got a theory.
Well, that was the last episode. That was at the end of the last episode.
Well, it was more apparent in this one because it showed the actual scene.
I think
in Ultron when he died, and then
yes,
you see what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think whoever this is,
Nightmare that
he's playing, the Pietro. I think that Sword sent him in. That the main guy, the one that's working, obviously he's got some shady shit going on, and Darcy's getting into it.
Hayward,
sent them in there.
Hayward, yeah.
Because I forgot what was it Bryn or was it even Marvel? But on the episode before, like we heard the breach alarm whenever Monica gets pushed out, and then when Darcy's on the right before Pietro Cup, we hear the breach alarm in the real world. Breach, something's like going in there, and we don't see anything else. And then Pietro knocks on the door, and he's sitting down there today. He's sitting in this episode. He sits down with her, and he goes, "So how are you doing this?" And like he's drilling her for information. He got close to her, now he's pumping her for information. I think that's Hayward having her had it in there. Is like, you're going to be her brother. We need to figure this out because he wants Vision. But Vision is what he wants. He's tracking Vision. He wants they're weaponizing Vision, and she either found out about it or whatever. Because when they had him apart, that footage they showed. That was Hayward overseeing them weaponizing them.
That's the file that Darcy found. That's definitely what that is controlling Vision.
Cataract.
Last firewall she broke through.
Yeah,
okay.
Cataract. That's definitely what that is.
So here's the other fun thing is, yes, the alarm was going off, and I originally thought that whoever is in charge shoved Pietro through, and that's why the alarm was going off. Thinking back on it, though, the time inside the hex is weird because in that one day in the 90s in the sitcom TV show, it had been about 15 minutes on the real world. So in theory, the alarm we're hearing could have been when Wanda came out, and we were still hearing that alarm.
Yeah, we've heard.
Point, yeah.
I still think it's something being shoved in. I still think it's Pietro coming through.
But I see what you're saying.
But you got to take the thought of maybe because time is so wonky in there.
Yeah, it's a
30. I was right because we heard the noises of some of the drones entering in the first couple episodes. We didn't know what it was, and then when we got the exposition in the final couple episodes of them sending those in without her, it makes more sense now. And you could even, I think personally, that Agnes killed the dog, but you could even make an argument that something that Hayward did went awry. But I think personally, guys, because I was talking to Chris about this offline. I guess he's going to save his discussions for Marvel Alliance about it. But I think Agnes is still. I think this is a big red herring. The scene we've seen with Agnes, because I think that first of all, I think she killed the dog to test Wanda's powers, like limits of where she would go with the emotional aspect of it, and then I think she tricked Vision, knowing that he would try to leave, and then thus making Wanda have
Is
to.
this all about her trying to get
expand the energy field? I think she just made Wanda expand the energy field, like not even trying to make her expand it, more so test the limits of her powers kind of deal. And
but it's not even the manipulation. Also, along with the manipulation, she also said Wanda doesn't want anybody to leave. When Norm got awakened, all he said was, "She's in my head." He didn't say who. She specifically said Wanda to like you said, Travis, try to manipulate Vision. At the same time, when she said Wanda doesn't want anybody to leave, the couple episodes before, the doctor was like, "Yeah, we're going to get going," but then like, "Well, no, I can't go." Like he thought about leaving. They were going to go on vacation. So I think obviously Wanda has a hand in what's going on. Right. I still think she's been being manipulated.
I think you're right, because she couldn't remember.
She couldn't remember how she got there.
That's the biggest thing.
And the other thing is all the other reaction we've seen from people that he's either awoken, or those strangers there, the girl that had a tear coming down their eye. Like they're all crazy panic when they're awakened, but Agnes was not. She was relatively chill. She was able to calm him down pretty quickly. It's not at all. So I think that this is all being played.
I think that whoever, whether it be Agnes and she keeps talking about her husband Ralph, whether he is Mephisto / the devil, whatever he is, Nightmare. I think, and with her focus on death and resurrection and all that, I think she is whoever she is using Wanda, but it's just like the Blue Lanterns to the Green Lanterns, and she's giving her a boost, a power up, and taking Wanda's already explosive, powerful power and jacking that shit up to where she doesn't even know how powerful she is, and like doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like her power is jacked up just because they're forcing through it, and for whatever reason, there's so much focus on death, and those kids saying it. Well, just bring him back, Mom. We can just, Mom, you can do it. You can bring him back. And then that dog dying like that and her trying to stop them kids, I think for whatever. And then in that opening credit, you see the fucking, what's his name head underneath the basement, like he's buried under the house. In that one opening scene, what's his, the Reaper helmet in there that like he's talking about. Yeah. Like he's buried underneath there. I think all this, for whatever reason. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, these are all little hints. But things we're supposed to be picking up. Somebody's using her. And like I said, my weird theory is that they're trying to get her to like bring somebody, like she's going to be the key to opening the door to either bring Mephisto, the devil, whatever it is in, and maybe that's what shatters the multiverse, and that's why Strange. I think they're trying to get her to bring somebody back from the dead. And I just wanted to shout out Wiccan and Speed in this episode were awesome.
That was great.
I fucking loved Wiccan and Speed. Like they were straight up. They wore their costumes. I loved how, I can't remember which one's which, their real names, but like Wiccan feels it. He knows something's wrong with Vision. He knows, and he stops what he's doing to get Mom. Yep. Like literally stops his brother. Done. You know what I mean? And like, we got to get Mom.
They're all going to be out, do you think, by the end of the season, right? You think they're all going to exist?
Yes. I think so.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Well, I think that everybody that was in the town.
We're going for young
Avengers.
I just meant the Vision family.
I mean the kids.
Kids.
No, I think she's going to lose the kids, and I think that's going to be the snapping point for her. To be truly honest with you, that's where I've been going from the beginning. I think she's going to lose the kids, and that's what's going to break the reality or break us out of this thing. So somehow, some way. What y'all think about the commercial in this one? Because I was lost on it. Usually they mean something. Did y'all get any kind of meaning out of the commercial in this one?
So, I know. I think Brent and Brock may have talked about it on Marvel.
How all of them were supposed to represent Infinity Stone.
Yes. So, and this one I think would have technically, and I saw it on another review, represented the Soul Stone.
Why? Because it's good for the soul to be on vacation, or why?
Well, because the guy's on the island all by himself. The Red Skull was on the island protecting the stone, and he withered to a skeleton, like his soul was taken out of him. So I don't know.
Deep.
Fucking catch. Now I can make the connection.
That's deep. Yeah,
it is deep.
I can buy that.
Don't know. Although the shark was fun, so
I can't wait to see Darcy in the bubble.
What power she? What X-Men she gonna
So
be?
she's the only. Okay, so
Make
if you
her
guys
Jubilee.
watched it, when oh god, I hope not. When you watched it, the Hex took over her. She disappeared. Everybody else got changed into the circus or whatever.
Nice person, good person.
Well, did she disappear, or did it just not show her? Not, she showed her taking her in, but it didn't show anything after
Monica went in, and she didn't turn into any clan, or she had kind of more of a bit of free will,
Correct.
whereas those clans were like.
I got you.
And I think because she has a connection with Monica. I think that's why she's okay. She's going to be somebody good.
We're gonna meet whoever's bringing Rambo the vehicle to get in there, so it doesn't change her in Park. Or Jimmy Woo. I'm calling him by his real name. Jimmy Woo. Like they're getting it. We're gonna see him, but she said my contact's an hour away. Like they're bringing them whatever it is. So, but I know I've heard people say that Reed Richards and this and that. While I would love that, that's not what it's gonna be.
I'm right there with you. I would love it to be Reed, but I don't think it will.
But I heard somebody say like Pym Tech though makes a lot of sense, because what does Hank Pym use to go in and get Janet? He has like a little kind of shippity doo-dah thing to navigate through there, so the time doesn't go. Like I could see maybe it's like and because Jimmy Woo was, I don't know, I could just see it being some kind of Pym Tech. I'm not 100% sold, but we saw him make time machines out of Pym Tech and suits so time doesn't go through him out of it. Like it just, you do a lot of shit over there with Pym Tech. I could see this being a way in. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
Speaking of Woo, how about him Woo whooping ass?
That was pretty awesome.
I was like, what?
That cemented me wanting a show of him, Monica, and Darcy. I want that show. That should be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new Three's Company. Come and knock on our door.
I just realized the other day that he's a DC, not a DC character, but he's in a DC movie that I wasn't aware of. He's an Aquaman.
Oh yeah,
He plays one of the news anchors.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Like I watched Aquaman the other day. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I forgot he was totally forgot he was in there. So, all right, y'all. Well, what else you got about WandaVision? Anything? We put some predictions out there. What we thought about this episode. It keeps getting better and better for me. I'm more and more intrigued. I think I'm with Nathan. I could take this from, what'd you say, the third episode on?
I'll watch episode 4 on.
Okay.
I don't need it.
I
they do a
enjoyed it
recap.
all.
They do a recap and everything in 4. Get you right up to speed. You can straight up go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it all, but I could do without those if I had to. You really just need to get the meat and the potatoes of the story. You just need to go from that point on. So,
God, I hope there's something in like episode 8 and 9 that says you have to go back to 1 and 2.
Yeah,
there could be.
If it does, then there you go. Yeah,
because they're all, they're all good in their own merit. Yeah,
right.
You may not need them, but they're still
Vision. When Vision was getting ripped apart, though, I found it interesting that stone was getting. It was like it stayed untouched. It didn't get dimmer. It didn't like his color got dimmer. Everything as he was fighting his way out, and like pieces were ripping off of him. That stone didn't change, and it shouldn't be there. Even coming into the real world, because like it won't let him be. That should not be there. Did she reform? Because like somebody brought it up a good thing. Even if Thanos broke him up, like the world would be in like there still has to be dust there. Because Wong says that like if they're destroyed, or who was it? The Ancient One says that they were destroyed, like the world would go into utter anarchy and chaos if they were destroyed. Like every reality would crash in on each other and all this. So even if he destroyed them, they're still in some kind of cosmic dust. So did she literally reform the Mind Stone, or that he had in there? I don't get it, because that thing did not move. It didn't peel back, nothing. It stayed, not even change colors.
Well, I'm trying to go back and think. The stones weren't destroyed at the end of the saga, were they?
Thanos.
So
in our timeline, where they're at right now, they're destroyed, because Thanos said he used the stones to kill to bring the stones back. They had to take all those stones back in the time machine at the end of Endgame. We have no stones
they took all the stones
now.
back. I was sitting here thinking, I was like, but they had all the stones. I forgot they took them all back. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Unless she literally reformed it from the cosmic dust to one, which I mean, she destroyed the stone. So why couldn't she put it back together?
Because she'd have to go to that planet that Thanos was on, and to do that.
That doesn't matter.
Not
necessarily cosmic background radiation. Like it's all pulsating through. Like she could have found what she.
It's not like she.
Now you're just saying words from Spider-Man the animated series. The same.
I'm saying words from this show.
DMBR. Yeah, or CBMR, whatever the heck it was.
Microwave cosmic background radiation.
Had a portal that took her to whatever planet that was.
Hey,
and and grabbed it. Like who?
It's true. Yeah.
Who knows?
We're all
Anything's
in
possible.
agreement.
You're right.
We're all in agreement that Monica Rambeau is officially Photon after they said Photon's the last time, and they said her shit's changing. She straight up got powers. And I'll watch it. Let's go. I'll watch it.
Somebody, one of the reviews I saw pointed out that the picture of Monica that Disney shared with like all the TVs in front of her, she's got a different costume on behind. So costume that looks very Photonish.
Got a bag. We'll have to find out. We're going to know very soon. 3 more weeks left, right?
Yep.
The 6, yeah. So 3 more weeks left. We're going to keep covering it. Show keeps getting better.
I know it's Marvel, and I know we just have to go with it, and I know it's just movies in general. But I found it. I don't know why lately I've been such a stickler for this shit, but like I love how they're like getting escorted off the base, and they like kick this shit out of like 4 guards, lock them in a box. Nobody's going to check in when they don't check in, and like and they're walking around. They don't immediately pull the alarm and go on lockdown. They are missing 4 agents that haven't checked in. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Darcy's in there. Darcy's literally in there, like
just walking around,
just hacking it up. Like, I'm gonna stay right here, guys, and hack it up.
I don't know. All that computer stuff and nobody there to guard it.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I know I'm nitpicking, but I chuckled to myself when I was like, all right. And then she's running out there. She's like, like, man, they would have tackled you straight. They've already told you once. They weren't just handcuff you to the front of a bumper. They're forcibly taking you out of there and probably knocking a tooth out along the way. But like, how many times we got to tell you, get out of here?
That's right. Well, I'm spent, man. I ain't got nothing else to say about WandaVision.
No, I'm enjoying it though. Since episode 4 on, I am enjoying it.
I'm looking forward to next week.
The first 2 were a slog.
I'm looking forward to it.
The 3rd one got better, and 4 on, it's been a rocket ship on my ass, and like we're going with it.
But it's worth
to the moon, baby.
The one thing I thought that was funny though is because last week, like when she came out of the Hex, it was like she had her accent. She had her accent back. And I mean, I realized, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny too, because he's like, she's like, "Where's your accent?" He's like, "Where's yours?" And she's like, "Oh." But
Evan Peters was a bit over the top. Like he's a Midwest guy. Like he's a Saint. Like okay, where I live, I'm not St. Louis, but like we're considered like a part because I'm literally right across the bridge. So like St. Louis and this part of Illinois. Either way, but like he's from over there. And my God, did he have that like that Midwest that kind of over? Like I do what I can to not sound, fucking Midwesterny or hillbilly or whatever you want to call it. And like there was sometimes he's a bit over the top, and I was like, oh God. Like I was expecting him to say "hit" and stuff, like because people from St. Louis stuff, they'll be like, "Oh, John Hamm," like they stress all these stuff. It's like a hit. It gets a little ridiculous, and over there, and like there's definitely an accent and they're a little over the top stuff, and he's got there for a minute for me. And I'll be curious if it got on Brent's nerves because he's right in that pocket too. I know he's on Kansas, but he's right there too. He'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'll be curious to hear what Fans Without Borders and Marvel Squadcast to hear if he picked it up.
I got a jet, peeps.
I was gonna say, let him bring in. That's cool, man. Hey, Travis, I'll talk to you later, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
thank you, sir.
Love you guys.
Bye.
I love you too.
Honestly, I think we're about ready to wrap it up too, y'all. You got anything else you want to point out? This was a fun week. Lots of fun stuff to talk about. So really,
there was a hockey stick that was on sale. He immediately had to go out and buy it. Wait 1 more minute.
All right. Well, let's get out of here, y'all. Nathan, where can they find you if they want to? I know
right here
nowadays. Right here. Yep.
You can find me right here or every other Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and then 9 a.m. my time. And I don't know about Mountain Time or Hawaii time or none of that stuff, but you can find us right in that general pocket.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, man? I'm on a Twitter break like you are. Mine's a little less strict than yours is because I still get on post like shows going live and talk to everybody within the shows about what's going on. But I'm just not getting on Twitter. And you're right, dude. I don't miss it at all. It is great. Yeah. I mean, when I have a group of people that will tell me everything I need to know on Twitter, there's no need for me to be on Twitter. I don't think interact with these people.
Look, have you realized that like when you walk outside and if you're not like the sky's not falling and just the world's not on fire around you and like everything's just dire straits every second of every day. Like I mean, if you look on social media, you think it's a fucking war zone out here. We're dodging bullets and Molotov cocktails and fucking there's just walking Klan members around. Like, we're just like, what is happening? I walk outside with no social media. I'm like, wow, look, the sky's blue and it's nice. And I'm saying, how do you do to my neighbors? Birds are chirping and we're waving and shit. I don't know. It's like two different worlds.
That dude, I'm telling you, I'm loving it. Like, I don't know how. Like I said, I'm just talking to friends on there, just DMs basically. So, Sarah, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at My Lady Kitten, and I kind of have the Southern mentality of everything will be all right. It's like it is what it is.
You're right.
I'll look at social media and I'll look at some things people say, and I'll just bless your heart and just kind of keep on scrolling.
You're a very pleasant and positive person, though. So
well, I kind of like, I'm one of those where you see the train come and you see the truck across the tracks, and you're like, what's about to happen. You can't pull your eyes away, but then you're like, saw that one coming and just keep right on going. So So, but other than that, I mean, it's you can find me here on majority of times, Friday nights hanging with my boys. And I do try to catch up with some of you guys on some other shows. I know Katie and I are going to have a nice little Patreon episode coming up here shortly, so that's going to be fun. So other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, I made Katie watch a movie for Took One Slice of Film the other day, and I was surprised with her reaction. She said she enjoyed it, but Evolution. We're gonna record it. I don't know if y'all seen that. With
never heard of it.
It's got David Duchovny and Julianne Moore, Orlando Jones, and
it's a comedy.
What's Stifler's name?
Sean William Scott.
Yeah,
Sean William Scott. Yeah,
it's got
3 first names.
It's a funny movie, man. I enjoy it. If you get a chance, it's on Prime for free. Check it out.
Yeah,
really fun movie. But we're gonna be doing.
It's free. It's for me. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Joe, where can they find you at, buddy?
You can find me on Twitter. My personal handle is _actually_.
I love that.
We gotta change.
I love that it just bothers you, Nathan. I love
oh God, it just okay.
He's not even on Twitter and it bothers him.
I know. It's amazing.
I feel like a new listener gonna listen and he's like, my thing's at _. People are gonna be like, fucking spit it out. They're not gonna realize like you're really supposed to put it all like that.
That's why I say at _.
Okay.
So yeah,
you're right. Not everybody's dumb like me. I get it.
Oh no, yeah. You can also find my show Comic Book Rundown on Twitter at Comic Rundown and on Instagram at Comic Book Rundown. And then I try to come on here every Friday. I do not work on a Saturday, which is a lot. So I'll probably be back here in 2 weeks.
Cool.
Give or take. Maybe next week.
We love having you on, man. It's always a good time.
I love coming on. It's been fun.
Good deal.
Yeah, I do like seeing your Instagram. I do like seeing your Instagram posts.
Every once in a while I'll post some dumb random picture I find on Facebook. So
I thought you were gonna say like those inspirational posts or something. I thought you were gonna be like every 21-year-old basic bitch like Instagram model who just finds a meme on the Google Doc, post it like she's really being prophetic or something. Sorry,
hey, sometimes you have those feelings, okay, and that is okay.
I find the dumb ones like the Mothra, the Godzilla and King Kong Mothra thing. I find stuff like that, and I throw it on Instagram.
Fun.
So
fun.
I just put Letterkenny quotes up there.
Yeah. I'm still yet to join the gram, so yeah.
I do. It's for the show. I get more interaction on Instagram for my podcast than I do on Twitter. So
that's what I've heard I should do.
Instagram's fun because you don't have too much crazy stuff up there. It's just pictures. That's it. It's
social media is crazy. It doesn't matter what.
Social media sucks. I'm not gonna lie, but
Well, you can find me at the Bat Daddy 52 on Twitter. Check me out. It's my personal handle. Check me out on Super Civil Servants, DC Alliance podcast, Superhero Discussions, Batman, You Can Believe Me, C3 Panthers podcast. I'm all over the place. I do World's Finest True Believers sometimes pretty soon. Slice of Films coming up. I like to get around. So podcast.
Yes, you do get around.
So the only ones I have been on are Marvel Alliance and Superhero Discussions, I think. I've been on World's Finest. I've been on DC Alliance.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
I've done everything but Ranger.
Star Wars.
I haven't done on this network. I haven't done
Comic Roundup. Roundup and Rangers. I have not done that. I've done all the others.
Checklist.
I'm such a whore.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm getting out of here. Thank y'all so much once again. We'll see you next week. And until then, keep pounding.
No.
Bye, fellas.
Peace.
That sounds so bad.
Awesome.
Turn the